everybody. My name is Kurt Arakawa. I'm marketing manager for Daiwa. Again, thank you for coming out and to our Daiwa 2016 press conference. We have some great new products this year, both in the freshwater and in the saltwater. Also, I wanted to introduce, I'm going to talk about the bass stuff first with these guys. We have a new employee, Mark Mills. Some of you guys may know him. He'll go over some of the saltwater stuff. So we'll do that a little later. We are very happy to be celebrating our 50th anniversary in the North America this year. So very excited about that. Just want to make that known. We have in our catalog a timeline that shows a lot of the innovations we've had over the years. There's also a timeline on the opposite side of this wall that shows all the innovations we had. We have one of the latest innovations, for example, we have the T-Wing system, TWS, and that's to help you cast further with minimal backlash. And in the saltwater side, for example, we have our Mag Seal, which is mag oil that has magnetic particles in there, and it helps seal the reel so no elements get in there to keep it from corroding, and it makes it last a lot longer. We also have Mag Seal bearings for the saltwater. And again, Mark's going to talk about some of the new saltwater products we have. So today, these guys are a professional bass fishing team. We have field staff pretty much all over the world testing all of our products. But for the bass, we use these guys. They help us test products before it comes to the market. These guys are very good at what they do, so we know if we need to fix something after they've used it, we can go ahead and do that and know it's going to work confidently when consumers get it. Not only do we have the professional bass guys, but we have products for the entry-level guy all the way up and at every price point. So I'm going to quickly introduce my guys, and then they're going to talk about some of our new bass products for this year. First up, Mr. Howell. Randy's 2014 Bassmaster Classic Champion, as you know, and I'm very impressed with Randy. He's continually fishing on a high level. Just example, last 3 classics, he's always up there, putting himself in position to win. That's what you need to do. And he did good. He did the last one. He was really close to being in the right spot at the right time. He was just a little off, so congratulations to Randy. Ish Monroe has been known to sometimes fish 3 circuits. He fishes the FLW when it doesn't conflict with the Bassmaster Elites, and he also fishes Major League Fishing. So does Randy fish Major League Fishing. Todd is one of our Bassmaster Classic winners, and he again is also fishing at a very high level, always in the hunt for a win. Had a very good year this year. Won one on Lake Wheeler. There you go. So congratulations to Todd. He's also Major League Fishing. And then next to him we have Brent Ayler. This is his 2nd year fishing the elites, but as you guys know, Brent's no rookie to fishing the pros. He's won a FLW championship, he's won Major League Fishing, and it's only a matter of time before he will win a classic, I'm sure. So good job, Brent. And then we have Brett Height. We share Brett Height with Evergreen. He's an Evergreen pro. As you know, we are distributing Evergreen lures. As you can see, it's in the booth next to us. They make everything from top water to jerk baits to crank baits to rattle traps. And Brett can tell you anything more you want to hear about those products. We have Seth Fighter. He's a 2nd year elite fisherman. Again, I know Seth is very determined. I see him posting on his Facebook. When he's not fishing tournaments, he's still fishing. He's always out on the water somewhere. So it's guys like that that will continue to be successful. And then Cody Meyer is my only FLW pro, but Cody's been fishing the tour for 8 years. And 8 years, you've been in the championship 8 years, right? So he's very consistent. He's come really close to winning it. Doing a very good job for us. And then Andy Montgomery fishing the elites, but he also fished the FLW. We have the Major League Fishing that Andy has done very well at. They have a select division, which is 24 on the bottom, and they have 24 on the top in the majors. And in order to move up to the majors, you have to be the top 2 guys, and they take the top 2 from majors can go down, and the top 2 from the selects go up. Andy was one of those 2 guys to move up to the majors this year. So congratulations, Andy. All right, so I'm going to let these guys tell you more about our new products, and if you have any questions afterwards, please feel free. Randy?
And Andy loves sushi, right, Andy? He ate some authentic sushi. I'll ask him about that later. Hey, I'm Randy Howell. Thank you guys and ladies for all joining us this morning at the Daiwa Press Conference. I'm really so excited to be a part of this team, man. It's one of the best teams in the industry. All these guys are top-notch, great anglers and great spokesmen for the sport in general. And I just want to say too, Daiwa, these guys are stepping up so big now. You notice this year all the Daiwa wraps and the logos, the DVEC logos on all of our boats and all of our tow vehicles. They're really stepping up big to help you guys, the dealers and all the retailers, sell that product, so that people are coming to you looking for our stuff, because you know they're putting the investment into us out here on the water on the tournament trail. So we appreciate Daiwa for that. Let me show you a quick little rod and reel setup here. I want to show you one that we used this year. First, this rod. This is a Zillion model. You know, we've got a lot of great ones, Tatula, Zillion, Chronos, Steez, all of them. But this Zillion is a 7.4 medium heavy. This is kind of a good hybrid rod. It's got a shorter handle, solid shorter handle, about an 8.5 inch handle. And it's really good for throwing the chatterbait type baits, top waters, medium crankbaits. Just a really good all-purpose rod, small swim baits. It's got a good tip and a good backbone on it. Check this Zillion 7.4 medium heavy out. And then the Steez reel here. You guys all know Steez has always been the top-notch bait cast reel in the fishing industry for many years. And this is a whole redesigned Steez reel. It's got a G1 SV spool on it now, so it's a really like an anti-backlash spool. It's really hard to backlash this reel. You can throw super light baits on it. It's a totally redesigned frame, all magnesium frame. It's got a really cool kind of curved in side plate here in the magnesium with the dial to dial in the settings on there, 20 settings. It's got an 80 millimeter handle with little air holes in the insert of the handle to make it lighter. So this reel is super light. It's got the T-wing system incorporated into it now, like the Tatula and the Zillion have. So we've got all the great innovative Daiwa features in the Steez reel now. So this is a super great reel. Comes in all the right actions. 7.1 retrieve, that's my favorite one. I throw small lightweight lures on it. It's really good for the little bitty crankbaits, little swim baits, and little jerk baits, stuff like that. So check that setup out. So anyway, thank you guys again for your time. Let Ish tell you about his good stuff.
I'm Ish Monroe, Bassmaster guy, FLW guy, Major League Fishing guy. Daiwa's been around. I'm probably the guy, thank you, who's been with Daiwa from the United States side the longest, and I've seen a lot of the innovations, starting out with the long cast spool. We were the first ones to have it, the infant anti-reverse on your handles so you don't bust your knuckles when you set the hook. Daiwa's had that, completely locking down 13 pounds of drag. Daiwa did all that, so Daiwa's not Daiwa without the people, and one of the first people, is Kurt. Kurt putting together the team that we have out here, guys fishing at the top level. I don't like the mic close because I don't know where he's been. But you touch it. But Daiwa's not Daiwa without, Kurt putting together the team and allowing us to give them, our aspect on the product, what we think about it, how we use it, and what we need to make everybody's fishing better. And then it comes into a guy like Takeshi, who designs these great reels. Like the one I use one of the most is the Zillion SV reel. And this reel here has 13 pounds of drag, so I can completely lock down the drag because I'm a guy that fishes braid a lot. The SV spool is basically, once you set this reel up, you can make the longest cast you want to make without backlashes. And I know growing up, we've all wanted a reel that we could not backlash, and Takeshi has done that. He's done a great job of designing one of the best reels that fits in the palm of your hand. And then we've got York, who designed the best rod that I've ever felt in my entire life. I am a tackle junkie. I pick up every single rod, play with it, want to fish with it, and see what it is. And now that we have the new Steez AGS rod with the AGS guides, which are carbon fiber guides, they're the lightest guides with inserts that won't pop out of it, I don't want to fish anything else. So without those three guys, I mean, we don't have Daiwa without those three guys. So I just want to thank them for coming up with, you know, the best product on the market. And this particular rod here is the 7.9. I've been using this a lot. It's a heavy frog rod for guys who want to fish bats, and also I've been using it with smaller swim baits and the speed worm. I've been really getting into speed worming this year, throwing 40-pound braid on it, and I mean, I've jacked some big ones. So you guys will actually see a show where I catch a 30-pound bag, and happens in about 2 hours on the Bass Pros next season. So appreciate you guys coming out. I'll let Takahiro take it over.
Thanks, Ish. I really want to talk about 9.1 gear ratio, which really helped me to win the tournament this year. It's a Zillion SW, TWS with it, and I can make super long cast. End of the long cast, you want to have really good hook set, and this 9.1, you can take the whole slack line real quick, and fish jump, you can catch up. And I just want to say 9.1. I mean, this is 9.1. It's just unbelievable. And you know, the tournament fishing, we don't want to waste any time. So if I pitch to some cover, you know, they pick up all the slack line real quick, go to the next pitch, stuff like that. 9.1 makes a big difference. And another thing, I started using this tattoo rods, which I really don't like those lighter rods. But once I start using like light Texas for the Senko, stuff like that, it's really, you know, helped me to catch more keeper. Makes me on a tour, you know, you have to catch fish every day to be consistent, to pick up a lot of points for me. So those Daiwa definitely helped me this year so good. So Brent talk more stuff. Thanks to be here.
Translation, Brent.
Thanks, Doc. No, we've all seen the Daiwa Tattoo last few years. You know, rod and reel. It's great to see that Daiwa has come out with something with the changing market. They've always been that high-end company that has the best high-end equipment out there with the Steez line, the Zillion line. It's great to see a price point rod and reel setup. Now, you take a look at all these guys up here, and we can pretty much get all the Steez stuff we want. But a lot of us are using the Tattoola series. It's the workhorse in the group, and it's a very good price point reel. It's something we're going to sell a lot of reels with. This right here is a brand new Tattoola CT Type R. The Type R is just a little bit of an upgrade from the standard Tattoola. The CT is a smaller size. CT stands for compact, so the CT Type R Tattoola to me is the best all-around reel. It's the workhorse. This rod is the new Kronos rod. This is a 7.3 medium heavy. Again, this is the workhorse. This is something that on any given tournament, I'm going to have 3 or 4 of these, you know, this exact setup on the deck of either a 6.3 or 8.1 gear ratio. It's one of those things that you can use for Texas rigs, for jigs, for top water, for a buzzbait, for a spinnerbait. It's the workhorse. It's just that broad spectrum rod and reel, and it's great to see it in the new compact size as well. And Daiwa's done a great job of doing that and getting more of their stuff out to the public.
Thanks, Brent. Brent Height, you know, I kind of cross over, like Kurt said. I use evergreen rods and Daiwa reels. And, you know, this year, you know, you guys all know me as throwing a bladed jig a lot, and been real successful this year. And, you know, my workhorse for the bladed jig is just like the same reel that Brent just talked about, the Tattoola CT Type R, 6.3 gear ratio. I really like it because it's got the big handle, 90 millimeter handle with the big knobs on it. Just allows you to get a lot of power when you make a long cast and a fish bites it, to really horse them in. It has an awesome drag, along with the T-wing system. Allows me to cast far, but not really have to cast really hard to make the bait go a long way. So it's really been my workhorse this year, and especially for the $180 price point. It's just been, I think it's just awesome for the any type of consumer out there, and it's just been a great reel for me. The other thing I'm going to talk about is a couple new evergreen baits. Obviously, Daiwa is an exclusive distributor for evergreen baits, which has been one of the most premium brands in Japan, if you guys don't know that. But The first one is it's called an SB150. It's a big pencil popper style bait, a walking style bait. We have this in two other sizes. It's just kind of its big brother. You know, it's an awesome bait. Works really, really well. Moves a lot of water and catches a lot of big fish. This is one of our #1 selling style baits that we already have on the line. Just kind of upgraded it, made it jumbo sized. The next one is a JT115. This is a silent style bait that we kind of designed towards almost like an old style balsa bait, but this is actually injected bait. So again, another walking bait. It has really good hookup ratio with the pre-hook construction. Again, silent. Everyone's kind of gone to a real big one knocker, real loud topwater, and sometimes those fish just don't really like that. The silent style bait works really, really well. And the last one is a CH1. This is a Marizo designed bait. It only runs about 1 foot to 1.5 feet deep. Works really, really well in that almost topped out aquatic vegetation. Has you know, a lighter rattle to it, but you know, again, has really good hookup ratio with you know, not quite as a fat a body as some other real shallow water crankbaits. So check them out. Thanks. I'll let Seth talk about his favorite setup.
Hey guys, Seth Fighter. I made a new rod this year for Daiwa. It's in the Tatula series. It's specifically designed for jerkbait fishing. It also doubles really well as a light topwater rod or a small crankbait rod. It's a 6'9" medium light moderate. It's very light. Fishes like a glass rod with moderate action. Lets you keep those fish buttoned up on small treble hooks, big smallmouths when they're pulling hard at the boat. But still feels really light. It is graphite. And I like to pair that up with a Zillion SB. It features the SB spool and the T-wing system in the new compact frame. Fits in my hand awesome. Super comfortable to fish with all day. You make super long casts with jerkbaits, which are really hard to throw in the wind. They kind of want to tumble on you. Tend to not get a lot of distance out of them, but this setup, I've caught a ton of fish on this year and hardly lost anything. That moderate action here is just perfect for keeping those fish buttoned up, and have a lot of fun fishing with it. It's a little shorter rod, so it doesn't get in the way when you're twitching and stuff. And it's just a really awesome rod. Check her out.
Hey everybody, Cody Meyer here, and just like the rest of these guys, I fish the whole lineup of Daiwa products, you know, from the new Kronos rod, the Tatula, the Steez. But one of my favorite combos this year has really been this new Luvius reel from Daiwa and this Kronos rod. And one thing I love about this rod is it's an affordable rod. It starts at $169, and all the actions, whether it's spinning, casting, they're perfectly set up for us, you know, and they're multi-action rods, meaning, you know, I can take this spinning rod, I could drop shot with it, shaky head with it, throw a whacker rig. And so it's not just a drop shot rod. And the casting rod's the same thing. I can take one rod, throw a topwater crankbait, jerkbait. So a guy can buy a couple rods and really be set up for multi-actions. But with this spinning rod, my favorite rod in this series is a 7'3". Couple key features. We got the HVF, which is a very high modulus graphite. It's going to give you more crisp sensitivity, lighter weight, and you can see it's a really cool feature also, this braiding X. And what that does is it's a graphite material that's going to go up the rod, and it's going to help strengthen the rod and prevent blank twist. So when you're making a cast out there, the blank's not going to wobble, and you're going to have a more accurate cast. Also, we got a high quality EVA foam. I like this EVA foam because when it's windy, raining, your hand's not going to slip off this. You're going to have a better hook set. And you know, like I said, this rod has a great warranty, it looks amazing, and it's going to perform even better than it looks. So check this out. As far as this reel, this is the new Luvius reel from Daiwa. This is one of my favorites. It's a new reel for this year. And a couple things with this reel I think is awesome. There's two different spools in this reel. So you got the shallow spool here, which is going to be around $350, or you can go with the bigger spool and put more line on there, which is even going to be cheaper. And if you're buying a reel, whether you're fishing in the Gulf down in Texas, or fresh water. You want this reel to last because of the MagSeal technology. No elements are going to get in. Like I say, it could be rainy and a windstorm, a tornado. Nothing's going to get in this reel, and it's going to, you know, outlast the time of a normal reel that it should. So not only that, it's super smooth. It's got an amazing drag. If you're like me, you like finesse fishing, you're using 6-8 pound tests. A drag is very, very important. This reel has it. 3 different sizes. Another key feature, it's high speed. You know, some of the reels of the past, you would set the hook and you're just cranking, you cannot catch up. This really can catch up. Has a digi-gear system there, which is just going to enhance the performance. And again, very affordable combo. And I guarantee you guys are going to really love this reel and rod.
Hey guys, Andy Montgomery. Like Ish, I fish a lot of Elite Series, FLW when I can, Major League Fishing. Like all these guys say, we use a lot of all Daiwa has, and it's really innovative and the best product on the market. One of my favorite combos is the Daiwa Tatula CT reel and the Kronos rod. You know, the Tatula reel for $129. This is a $129 reel. Is just absolutely incredible reel. Features the T-wing system, which, you know, we cannot emphasize enough how much the T-wing system, which is available on all our reels now, the Tula, the Zillion, and the Steez, you know, how much the T-wing system kind of revolutionized the reel business. And if you haven't used the T-wing system, you're really missing out, and owe it to yourself to try it. But again, man, just all the product. We're always working. We was together last night at dinner. This is a really talented group of anglers, and also a good-looking group of anglers. Don't y'all think this is a good-looking group of anglers? And we seen that last night as Cody tried to show off a little more of his body than he probably should have at a Daiwa meeting. And I also had a meeting with these guys. The first night I was here, we ate sushi, and I figured out why Daiwa is such a leader. You know, we come up with the T-wing system, an air rotation handle, and how these guys come up with all these stuff. Because we went to a sushi restaurant, and let me tell you, these guys are mentally tough. Because some of the stuff I seen eat, I couldn't eat myself or eat, and I say, hey, whatever y'all want to say. So that's the reason Daiwa's always been a leader. And, you know, like I said, we talk about the air rotation handle. We talk about the MagSeal bearings and the spinning rods. We talk about the AGS guides. All these innovations, the T-wing system, cannot emphasize the T-wing system enough and how it revolutionized the reel market. And again, you owe it to yourself to at least try the T-wing system on any of our reels now, Tatula, Zillion, or Steez. So thank you guys for coming. And again, try the T-wing system. If you didn't hear me say try the T-wing system, you wasn't listening.
Don't forget the T-wing system.
Hey, don't forget the T-wing system. It's just reminded me I forgot the T-wing system.
Andy's a lightweight sushi guy, so don't pay attention. It's first time, you know, what are you going to do? I'd like to introduce Mark Mills, our product marketing specialist. He'll talk a little bit about the saltwater products. Hi, guys.